Daré una oferta, and I will meet each and every demand. Lo que yo quiero is to legalize your contraband. Y te lo digo, 'cause I'm the baddest figure in the land.
Break down the love.
Dile a you mama y a you papa que te voy a llevar. Dile a you mama y a you papa que te voy a llevar. Dile a you mama y a you papa que te voy a llevar a la casa.
Would you be my, would you be my,
Yeah.
would you be my, would you be my, would you be my, would you be my,
Yeah.
would you be my?
Señora.
Este es el trato, but there's no contract for you to sign. El compromiso is something that you can't deny. Lo que tenemos, you can't kill it if you try. No, but there's no better way to die.
Break down the love.
Dile a you mama y a you papa que te voy a llevar. Dile a you mama y a you papa que te voy a llevar. Dile a you mama y a you papa que te voy a llevar a la casa.
Would you be my, would you be my, yeah. Would you be my, would you be my, would you be my, would you be my, yeah. Would you be my, 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 yeah. Would you be my, would you be my, yeah. Would you be my?
Señora.
Is there something bigger than love? 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 Is there something bigger than love?
Is there something bigger than love? Is there something bigger than love? Is there something bigger than love? Is there something bigger than love? Is there something bigger than love? Is there something bigger than love? Is there something bigger than love? Is there something bigger than love?
Break down the love.
Welcome everyone, it's me, Gio. This is Truck Stop Mixtape, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna celebrate with a little music. Big Stir's 5-year anniversary. Here we go. No me toques. Here we are, y'all. Another Wednesday. This is Truck Stop Mixtape. It's me, Gio. I'm not in the most excited mood because of all the craziness that's happening in the world, but I'm going to try to push back on my anger and my sadness, and try to shine a light on a good thing right now. Big Stir Records celebrating 5 years of putting out really cool music, amazing independent artists, making some of the coolest power pop in the last 5 years, and older releases as well. And Rex and Christina are joining me today, and just so I don't mess things up, here's Walker Brigade, a song that is currently on the Truck Stop Mixtape Top 10, and I love this song and video. Here is Choker by Walker Brigade. Big Stir recording artist. Happy anniversary, number 5, y'all. Truck Stop Mixtape. That was Walker Brigade from LA on our top 10 at the moment with Choker. And now it's time for me to introduce our special guest for today. They've started a label 5 years ago, specializing in pop. But you know what? I might as well just let them tell you themselves. Here they are. We're celebrating with them their 5-year anniversary for Big Stir Records. It's Rex and Christina from Big Stir. Hey, welcome, y'all.
Hey.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Why, look, it's a fine CD from Walker Brigade right here.
Look at that.
Yeah. That's...
What's the name of the CD?
The
album?
Yeah, it's called If Only, and it's been a bit of a long time coming. We've played shows with Walker Brigade for many years.
They are tremendous live. It's so much power, so much fun.
So it was we have a cat visiting us here, one of the Zed cats. We've got this record out, and it kind of is a career summation. It's got a lot of really nice bonus tracks, some kind of cool covers. I mean, when you've got a record that covers everyone from the Soft Boys to Wire to Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
It's a nice package.
Wait, what Mel Brooks song do they cover?
I'm tired from Blazing Saddles.
Tired of being
There's
admired.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you got it.
Tired of being alone. Yes.
Yes.
It's a
I'm
wonderful
so
video on.
tired.
Yes.
Oh wow. Yeah, I was struck by the video and the song Choker. It really it was impressive on all accounts, and I thought that I was like, wow, I need to know more about this band. But first, let's know more about Big Stir and you guys. How did it all start? How did you guys decide to start the label? Were you guys a band first? How did it work?
We were definitely a band first, and got tired of playing gigs where we were sandwiched between two bands that their people that came to see them would not see us, and vice versa. So we decided to start booking our own shows, and we gave it a name. So we called it Big Star Live.
Yeah, which is a tribute to Big Star, Alex Chilton's band.
Yes.
And it's sort of the guitar pop roots of the types of bands that we're playing. So that was Christina named it. Christina's named everything. Christina comes up with all the names, and we don't even question it anymore.
Well,
and it was a live series, and we had a lot of the LA bands on the scene. We got to know them really well.
Where were you guys doing the shows?
Oh, well, they started out at this kind of crazy place called the CIA, which is California Institute of Abnormal Art.
Hollywood.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's always been around North Hollywood and Burbank, where the label's based. We are right now.
And then we moved to Joe's Great American Bar and Grill in Burbank, which is now closed.
And a victim of the pandemic, like a lot of venues.
Such a great venue too.
Yeah. Oh gosh, there are just so many great. We saw many great shows there before we, it started any of this. Yeah. So it was kind of our dream to be there, and we miss it a lot. But I think what the label sprung out of was that, as we wwere grouping these live bands together, everyone kept saying there should be, more of a scene than there is now. I mean, because it was difficult to get booked, difficult to get audiences together, and once we sort of had that rolling, and sort of had a community, and we say that word community a lot, and it's also one of the things we appreciate about what you do, Gio, is that there's community and musical fellowship at the core of it. And then all these bands were basically putting albums out on their own, independent, completely independently, or like it would be a label, but they were the only band on it. And our friend Steven from Plastic Soul.
We have Therapy.
We have the very first Big Stir record ever come out was this one 5 years ago, and it's Therapy by Plastic Soul. And Steven said, well, we'll just all start saying we're on a label, essentially, like, it's not going to hurt anyone. And we're going to all say that we're on Big Stir Records. And then people took it seriously, and then we started to take it seriously. And we felt like, this is a really good way to present the community.
This is therapy. This is therapy.
And Steven said, well, we'll just all just start saying we're on a label, essentially, like, it's not going to hurt anyone. And we're going to all say that we're on Big Stir Records. And then people took it seriously. And then we started to take it seriously. And we felt like this is a really good way to present the community. And it became very quickly international. It sort of, we did a little mini tour of the UK. We started meeting these British bands. And very quickly it was sort of like, well, if you guys are coming over here, we'll put you on our stage. And if we go over there, you'll
have a home for us.
And then pretty soon they were sort of like, well, can we be on the label too? And
everyone wants in on the party,
right? And then pretty soon we had Swedish bands, we had German artists, we had folks from all over the U.S.
Finnish
bands, and when we've got Midwest, we've got East Coast, we've got the South with Chris Church and Steve Stokel, and it just became. It sort of just manifested itself, and we had to learn how to do it, and we did, and we have, and
it's been a huge learning curve and trial by fire, and we have distribution now, which was another huge learning curve, and lots and lots and lots of spreadsheets, and tracking royalties and
publishing and all the stuff you have to do to make it legit. But we think it's great that some of that stuff that artists do every 2 years, and then the whole game changes in between their releases and stuff like that. We're in practice. Yeah. And it's our pleasure to do that stuff for them and know who we can get things to promotionally and set stuff up like that.
That was a huge learning curve too, trying to find everybody out there that's a DJ or a blogger or a reviewer, feature writer that is going to like our stuff. And then it just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. And they're all part of the family now too.
Yeah, big family. It's
a big scene worldwide. I mean, it was. When I first came to Los Angeles in 1996, the first day I was here, I joined a Spanish punk band. But 3 of the guys in the band had a pop band, and they were playing. The week that I arrived, they were playing this sort of in the international pop.
Yeah,
Overthrow, which is going on right now in Liverpool.
Yeah, a lot of our bands are in at the Cavern Club right now.
Yeah, well, we're assembling.
What was the band?
Spygenius, Amoeba Twin, Plastic Soul
Nick
as a
Frater.
full band is over there. Nick Frater, so it's a mix of U.S. and
crazy.
Lannie Flowers from the Spider Pop,
and Danny Wilkerson,
and Danny's there as well. So we've got artists on stage in Liverpool that are from Texas, California, and then Storebridge, Canterbury, Croydon. It's a big mix, and they're doing some other shows while they're all there together too, which we love to see. Amoeba Twin in particular has a great venue in Storebridge, and we are doing a Big Stir show with IPO in LA.
It's a Sunday in June.
July.
A Sunday in July.
Yeah.
I forget which one. But it's going to be at
The Trip in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
And it's going to be probably our first gig as a band in a long time.
Since COVID.
Great.
How have you guys maintained the Armoires while this whole thing is happening?
Well, we had a bit of fun.
Yeah. It's COVID was a challenge for everyone musically, as you very well know. And I think, for us, the live shows going away was, created a vacuum. And we felt like sort of privileged that we could keep things going for bands in another way because we had the label happening. Right. And we dove right into it deeply. How do we make things work? How do we experiment with delivering music to people? Because they needed it, Music was very needed. It always is, but during that time, it was a way to connect. And when everyone was kind of in isolation, we thought it was a really cool thing for us to be able to do that, and we committed to it. And we had a busier pandemic than a lot of people as a result.
We did, but this
to keep ourselves sane as we were doing this, because it was very challenging. We had this weird idea that we would work on some songs that hadn't gotten finished, or that had maybe some new stuff, maybe some odd cover assignments and things like that. And we put them all out as singles. And we had at the time an ongoing single series that had a different band every week. And we just thought, we are the people that can be a fake band.
Yeah.
Every week. New fake band every month.
It started around Halloween, the first announcement, with, Paris 1919, which is the John Cale cover, and it's ghostly. And the plan was to release all of these singles as fake bands.
Different ones each time, yeah.
And then on April 1st,
April Fool's Day,
this came out.
I said, hey, every single one of those bands, all 9 of those bands was actually us. And here's, out of nowhere, and we usually spend like 3 months building up to a release and promoting it and making sure there's coverage ahead of time. And this one we're just like, guess what? All those bands were us, and here's our album. It's already pressed. You can have it.
And the first time we got played on Little Steven's Underground Garage on Rodney Bingenheimer's show was with a band. We were a band called the Yes It Is. We did a 2020 cover, and we were a cartoon band. We had, the single cover was a cartoon band like the Archies, and so
all the bands were different genres in a sense, and they all had fake backstories and fake press releases. And this particular one was like, hey, if we get to be every kind of band, we're going to be the Archies. We're going to just be a cartoon band.
Yeah.
Did people catch on? Were people in on it, or?
Well, the story I was going to tell was that the first time we got played on Underground Garage on Rodney's show, he back announced the Yes It Is, and he said, "I love that band."
There were a small.
I didn't even know.
There were a small amount of people that were in on it, but actually we kept it really close to our vest. And you know what? One of the reasons was, Gio, is that we could bail out. I mean, if the whole thing tanked, there was culpable deniability,
It's like, oh yes, except for the car accident, they're no longer together, and
yeah, they were all. I mean, there were fake band members for all of those things. They all had their backstories.
Those are fun.
Anyways, let me guess. So Christina named everyone.
No,
almost.
I named
Tina,
Tina and the Tiny Potatoes. That was
there was October Surprise, DFE, which stood for delete effing everything. the Chessie System was a roots band. Like we did like a sort of a bluegrass thing. You know, it was great to be able to experiment and have fun and try on different guises. But the funny thing about our band is everything always turns out sounding like us, no matter what. You know? So no, it was great fun.
No, we had fun naming the band members too. Like one of the bands was from Hamtramck, Michigan, which is where I went to high school. And so they all had names like Kowalski and it was fun.
Well, it's great. I mean, you obviously got to flex different sort of creative muscles and in a weird way grow the history of the Armoires in a different direction. So it's just not the same kind of thing, like release after release. It's like you the next thing you guys could do is just do it normal, and it's fresh.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
this last record.
It could be considered a palate cleanser.
Right.
Still standing sentry. Seems like we've got no place to go. We didn't travel great distances. We didn't venture into the abstract. We didn't wrap our heads around the truth because heads don't bend like that. But you were beautiful then. Sassafras and chestnuts, the willow and the orchard gone. A single stone to break the water. I guess we must be moving on. We didn't travel great distances. We didn't venture into the abstract. We didn't wrap our heads around the truth because heads don't bend like that. We didn't travel great distances. We had the world but not the words to say. We didn't hold hands and fade into the woods, so we'd be there to this day. And you were beautiful then, and still more beautiful now. I'll never see you again. Now we travel great distances. Now we travel great distances alone. We could have traveled great distances together. If we had only known, we should have traveled great distances. We should have traveled great distances together. Great distances. And now we live at great distances forever. Great distances. Great distances alone.
And we also tapped a lot of the talent on the people that knew about it were the other folks on the label that we called in, and Dolph Chaney is one of them who played on it. Michael Simmons did a ton of stuff for it. Chris Church and
Corner Lappers sang
on it. those were the folks that knew, because we would just be like, well, we're gonna, they're gonna notice maybe. And it was kind of funny because every band did have like, a male and female singer and a viola player,
Right.
Which is might be suspicious.
How many of these bands exist?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like us and the Velvet Underground,
Right.
so, and it wasn't them.
The Sybil Donate album,
Yeah.
the vinyl.
I mean,
So yeah, the whole collaboration community thing is evident in this artwork.
Did we
Did
actually-
you not bring one? Oh my goodness.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah,
Well,
this is.
the Sybil Donates were buried so deep in the closet, Rex, that I just pulled
Okay.
this one off the wall.
Yeah, this is hanging on the office
I don't know
wall,
if you can
as
see
a,
this. So
Yes.
all of those, that's the community of collaborators, and they're all Big Stir artists.
Who
There's,
did the artwork? It's very Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
That is the brilliant Joe Champness, who
Champness.
came into
Nice.
our orbit via Spygenius and has done the animation on their videos as well.
And you can tell his style from that. And
Oh, he can mimic any style you can
this
imagine.
is the Spygenius album that's coming out. That's more Joseph Champness. And we have the magazine.
Yeah, and the magazine itself. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's another thing. Yeah, I love the magazine. When I see things like that, like you guys have the magazine, you have this sort of crazy idea for your album with all the collaborations. You have the single series, which kind of highlight different people every time, but still kind of keeping everyone in the orbit. And like you were saying before about sort of creating the community, but it's even more than that. I feel like it's the maintaining of it, and that's sort of the keeping it flowing. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's always inspiring, and you've definitely created a scene, which is kind of especially these days.
Yeah.
It-
Anytime someone recognizes that as
That's huge for
at the
us.
chorus, we just we melt.
it's a party. Look, it's like it's from afar. Like when I first saw it, I was just like, man, I want to be. How can I be down? I want to be a
Yeah.
part of this. This is such a fun thing, and it's,
You're
and
in.
it's yes. And then it's like, and then the music backs it up because it's so. I mean, this particular genre, I feel it's like I call it serious. Serious happy. It's like because it's always like the
That's
pop
great.
vibe, right? It's
Yeah.
like the pop vibe is just always uplifting and it's always kind of cheery, but the lyrics and the edge that a lot of these bands have too, the sort of the rock edge, kind of bring you back down to earth a little bit. And I don't know, it's just it's good stuff, man. And I'm so glad that you guys are out there doing this.
Thank you.
And you said that so well. I mean, I think one of the things that we always we do like the artists challenging themselves, and it is easy in the guitar pop genre to just kind of go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna do a variation on I want to hold your hand every time out,
Right.
and those building blocks are so great, but you got to also realize that 4 years on, even the Beatles were challenging themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't want to stay in that realm, and the artists that we work with, it's songwriting is so key, and we just love to see them challenge themselves.
And it's really, really cool when somebody comes into town to visit and they see, oh, you've got new stuff. Can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get this? And they go home and they say, oh no, now I've got to raise the bar for myself because this album is so great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we love that. And then folks will come to us. I mean, folks that have worked with us for long enough know now that they don't have to worry about this, but we would get for a while people that are like, I don't know, this next one's a little weird, guys. And we'd be like, sweet. We don't want to sell the same record over and over again from the same person, even from the same artist. And we love that.
And it was I say this all the time because I just love this story, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating it again, Rex, but
It's a good story.
I was interviewed by Robbie Rist on his show The Spoon, And he just wanted to know what it was because it's not power pop. He said it's like not power pop, but it's all got something. And I think it just like scratches the itch. You know what I mean? It scratches the itch. And I was like, exactly. That is exactly what it does, and that's exactly how we feel about it. And you know, it's pretty genreless. I mean, it's guitar pop, but you know, that's the
that means a
umbrella.
lot.
Pop craft. I think it's like pop craft. It's like
That's well said too. Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like it's like it's respectful of the history of pop music in a way that it hits on little. It pushes all the right buttons, but it's also going in new directions.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean. That kind of makes it feel fresh and still
Absolutely.
familiar at the same time.
See, we don't even have to say it now.
Right.
You just nailed it.
Yeah.
That's it. We love having touchstones from that whole rich history, having Tony Valentino from the Standells, having the
That's
stuff
crazy.
that was doing Flash Cubes, and all the other of those bands from that class of 1977, and the Sponge Tones and Pez Band and Shoes, those things. They were breaking new ground then. They still sound fresh now. And that we think all of our artists are pushing that all forward too. So yeah, the having that whole continuum right there in front of you and still feeling like the well is not dry.
Right.
No.
There's new things to be done, and it's not repeating itself. So you nailed it. You know.
So thank you both once again for being here. It was amazing to have you. Congratulations on the 5 years, and I wish you at least 40 more. And please continue releasing amazing stuff and supporting independent music, which is the most important thing. It's I know that's it's something that's very dear to all of us, to just kind of keep the crazy people creating. So thank you. And finally, where can folks reach out to you? I'll have links displayed, of course, but where can folks find you?
Well, they can find us in record stores now.
Yeah,
this is good.
That is one of the coolest things that's happened recently. Is if you're not seeing, if you know, we've got LPs, we've got this, Nick Frater.
This one's coming out in July.
This is an exclusive for you, Gia. This is the new the coming Maple Mars LP, and this is phenomenal. The current release from Amoeba Twin. This is also, depending on when this airs, this might be announced, but yes, a new record from Spygenius. If you're not seeing these on the shelves, all you have to do is tell your record store owner that you want to see this artist on the shelves or see Big Stir Records. They can talk to
the Orchard Sony catalog.
The Orchard Sony representative, and they'll be able to get them there. So we love the fact that that's the case.
But we have a website, and it is www.bigstirrecords.com. And that is where most of the money goes right to the artist.
Yeah, that's the place where you can most directly support the artist. Of course,
Bandcamp.
For folks, there's a lot. The Bandcamp community is a fantastic supporter of independent music. We're proud to be, up in there as well. Streaming everywhere. It does not hurt us or our artists whatsoever to find us even on like Amazon for the physical products and things like that. That it's good to be on those charts and things like that. It's a little less money goes to us, but the profile raises. So you can find us everywhere. And, just keep tabs on us in social media, and you'll know what the new releases are and get them however And
anywhere. We don't really advertise outside of social media, except for a couple of magazine ads every once in a while. So if you find your new favorite band, please tell a friend, and maybe they can tell a friend, and they'll tell
so on and so on.
We gotta figure word, y'all. Yeah. Spread the word. Big Stir, the big name in pop. There you go.
Pop outside the box.
Yeah, that's a little slogan.
That's a little slogan. Pop outside the box.
Pop outside
the box.
Yeah.
Put your hand in the box and grab it. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Here's some more music, everybody.
Pulled into California on the day of my 21st year. Driving at dawn on Sunset felt like a lonely Disneyland. Everything is bright, everything is shiny, every sin is disguised, hiding in clear blue sunshine. I'll be sitting here in the warm breeze when California falls to the sea. Paid my dues and ransoms, searching for those starlit dreams. Rummage through the canyons with the sun tanned in Angeles. The tall palm trees thrive over the rich and famous. Some people barely alive in a city of tents by railways. I'll be sitting here in the warm breeze when California falls to the sea. Still see your face as you walked away. I can see your face as San Francisco slipped in the bay. Yeah, slipped in the bay. I'll be sitting here in the warm breeze when California falls to the sea. Still see your face as you walked away. I can see as San Francisco slipped in the bay.
Yes, a lot of big stir, cool things happening. Maple Mars album coming out soon, I believe July. So look out for that, and more Rex and Christina coming up as well. We have more Big Stir music. But first, I'd like to make a few announcements. I want to mention a few events going on. Make Music Topanga happening June 21st, and there's still time to sign up. So if you go to Make Music, where is it? Let's see. Yes, makemusicday.org Topanga. You can still sign up. I'm sure if you go to makemusic.org, you can find out where your nearest Make Music Day is happening. But it's a cool event. It's happened. Been happening for many years now. It started in France, I want to say about 20, 30 years ago. But it is the coolest thing. We did the first one last year in Topanga, and it was a blast. We had 6 different locations going on and people playing music on the streets. It was a nice way to come back a little bit. And this year it's only getting bigger with a lot of really cool artists playing. But there's still a chance for you to participate if you're an artist. So please go to makemusicday.org Topanga, sign up. You got until June 3rd, and then they close up, and then we make it happen. Now, another thing happening this weekend is at Nabu Wines in Westlake Village. It's Sunday Night Live. These theme nights that happen every last Sunday at Nabu Wines, and this one is one-hit wonders of the 80s. So, a bunch of cool artists performing. Let's see who else is performing here. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a complete list. Amanda Barnett, myself with some friends, maybe Jeremy Fleener, who knows? Rod Cordova, Aaron Hawkins, Michelle McGregor, Elemental P, Gary Hagen, David Prince, Susan Schultz, Michelle Tyler, Prashant Nuno, Deirdre Lenz, and food from Woodstock Farina Wood-Fired Pizza. Reservations are recommended, so if you go to nabuwines.com, you can just sign up there or give them a call, but get that information there. It's going to be fun. I mean, these things are a blast, and the sort of community, a strong word that we've been using on the shows. This episode is important, and artists supporting other artists and people coming out. It's a beautiful thing. Another thing happening in Topanga, I live in Topanga, so I like to mention things from Topanga, is, let's see, here we go. Topanga Nights, well, there's Topanga Days that's happening Sunday and Monday, but special event Topanga Nights, Saturday, May 28th, is Coomer Spec Live. Coomer Spec, a bunch of friends, old friends of mine, making a ruckus, making a beautiful noise, and they're playing a private party at a secret location. But if you just Venmo and contact this person right here, Antonia Bath, and she'll give you the information. Recommended donation is $10, but I'm sure if you put in 5, you can get the information, even 2. Who knows? It's just to pay for costs, because there'll be food and live music, and it's going to be a blast. These people are amazing, talented musicians, and I'll be there, so it's going to be a cool time. So these are the things that are happening, y'all. And like I said before, it's kind of hard to sometimes face people and be out in public or even talk to people right now when these things are happening. But it's important that we keep music in mind and let that sort of soothe any sort of sorrow or pain that we're experiencing, as many of us are. And I don't want to get dark on you. So let me go back to some more music. Here is Rex and Christina, this time talking about Chris Church.
Here.
Yes. This was our January of 2022 release.
Yeah, Chris Church, darling, please. This is the second record we've been able to put out by Chris, but thanks to the our connection with Spider Pop Records, we've kind of grandfathered in his two releases prior to that. North Carolina singer-songwriter, one of those adventurous artists we were talking about, you know, never wants to make the same record twice. And we love that. This particular record is something that he worked on in 2011, I believe it was. It was to sort of come to terms with the loss of his brother,
right.
And never felt okay about sharing it until its time came, like a fine wine. It matured. And he reworked it with a very talented guy named Nick Bertling, who does a lot of work on his own. And
Also works with Nick.
Also, and
Dolph.
And Dolph
Chaney.
So, again, there's all these connections. And that video is for a song called "I Wish I Could Say I Was Sorry." We just love that because it's got this stretched out, gauzy guitar feel, maybe a little more exploratory than you would think of for a pop single, but that's what we love about it. And Chris is fantastic. Again, you know, one of these collaborators, and can't recommend all his work. No two records the same.
Right.
Backwards compatible is almost you know, it would be comparable to, like, there's a guy with a Def Leppard t-shirt on the cover of it. So that tells you where that's coming from. This record feels like Neil Young and Crazy Horse.
And Game Dirt.
And,
There's a sock puppet video of a song from Game Dirt.
so always
On
great,
YouTube.
always great, always heartfelt, and different every time. And we happen to be hearing what he's working on right now, and it's an entirely different ball game. We can't wait for people to hear that. Lannie Flowers, flavor of the month. This was this is implemented also over in the UK, playing on that same circuit right now.
The IPO
and
International Pop Overthrow Circuit.
We're really proud of our association. We should also say that Spider Pop is Spider Pop Records, which is our partner label in Texas. And we're really proud of that association. This is another, my God, is their packaging gorgeous. We're proud of ours, but
this is just phenomenal. It's so heavy, and it's a double vinyl release. It Record of the Year in 2019, Goldmine Magazine, and they're just phenomenal artists.
Lannie, formerly of the Penguins, still play. Started off in the Penguins, and just an absolute titan of the Texas guitar pop scene. The new record, Flavor of the Month. This is compiled of remixes of a whole series of singles that he released on a monthly basis while he was recording this. And so there were two entirely different albums that came out of this, and Flavor of the Month will be out on vinyl a little bit later this year. Right now available on CD. There's more videos and singles coming from that, because they were all singles. The entire record is made up of singles, and it's just really great to be getting them like back on the radio in a new form. And we love everything that Spider Pop puts out. We're just really proud to.
We love them as people too. They're just such great people.
Mr. Chaney, This is Dolph Chaney. Actually, this is Dolph Chaney.
Right.
You gotta be. And Gio, we have to throw it to you because Dolph is someone that we've both known for a good long time. I've known Dolph for well over several decades, let's just say. And we actually finally met him in person pretty much at the same time that you did. And so that was an historic moment for sure. Dolph and I knew each other long before Big Stir online, and we would trade around songs and stuff like that. What I find fascinating about this is that we were, by the time Dolph was sort of getting back into music and Big Stir was a going concern, he was like slightly nervous about like asking us if we would be interested in releasing something by him, despite the fact that like when he and I were trading songs and recordings before, he was just great. He already had his identity and his whole thing. And I was an idiot. I didn't like it took our collaboration to put anything I'd ever done on a level of what Dolph was already doing back then. So, our answer was
not an idiot.
Was of course, of course we would be, and I think one of the things that we feel really good about is that many of the bands, especially these days, it's very rare for someone to come into our orbit that isn't pretty well established. And now that we're established, there's sort of like people will kind of gravitate towards us, folks like Maple Mars that have had many year careers, and we're just like really happy to be the place that they go to. But Dolph was a sort of an unknown quantity in that community, and it was very exciting for us to bring forward this fully formed artistic identity, and have him click with people and just watch the miracle of how he just embraced that whole community. And within that year of that first record, he was everybody's best friend, and deservedly so.
Absolutely. They love him, and he's done a lot for us too. When we got our distribution, he did a lot of data entry for us. It's just like nobody wants to do that.
And yeah, so that first, speaking to the beginning of the pandemic, and that moment of that you referred to as well, of what do we do? Do we really keep doing this? How do we respond? Is it even the right thing to do, or is it what people need, or how do we negotiate that? One of the reasons we absolutely did continue going with the label is because Dolph's record, and this was Rebuilding Permit, his first album with us, was at the pressing plant.
Yep.
What were we going to do? Not put it out? That would have been such. And at that point, with that release, and where Dolph was coming from, and the other releases on board, and talking with the artists, I remember Corner Laughers were on deck, and Spygenius, the double record, sort of reframing them and figuring out how to do it. Dolph just took flight, and as you'll know, he sort of completely blossomed into what, like, almost to me, one of the inventors of the actually watchable online streaming live, for all of the folks that tried it and maybe had theirs in the right place, or or were bandwagon. We can't really make those kind of judgments, but Dolph arrived at this magic formula. Yeah,
he was Artist of the Year on Woody Radio.
Yeah, from doing
those live shows.
Those live shows, and it was amazing to watch. And then to talk to him afterwards, he was like, "Do you think it's going okay?" Just like, we couldn't do that. I don't know if anyone could do that. You have found your element, and it's just gone on from there. So it's been wonderful to watch him. And then every time he just says he's grateful to us, we're sort of like,
huh?
That's you.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all you. But just such a great guy, and it was great to to be there for the Truck Stop Mixtape show, and actually
That was a lot of fun.
that was terrific, and
Thank
we
you
got
for that,
thank
by
you
the way.
for putting that on, and making that tour a reality for Chicago's finest, Dolph Chaney.
I can invent any reasonable doubt. I can prevent any clinging, anything from spilling out. I can resent anyone, any unimagined slight. I can assent to any bond, any bondage, fear or flight. But if I write it down, let my thoughts congeal. If I write it down, then I have to feel. If I write it down, somebody might steal. If I write it down, then I make it real. Any diamond in a bluff. I can thaw any glaze or any glacier into fluff. I can paw any purpose, any perpetrator's prank. I can claw out my eyes, out my isolation tank. But if I write it down, twisted fate I seal. If I write it down, then I have to heal. If I write it down, somebody might squeal. If I write it down, I make it real. I can reject any kindness, any kindness quick to flush. But if I write it down, let my thoughts congeal. If I write it down, then I have to feel. If I write it down, somebody might steal. If I write it down, then I make it real. If I write it down, twisted
I think I jumped the gun a little bit there. Hey everybody, it's me, Gio. We're back again. This is Truck Stop Mixtape, Big Stir 5-year anniversary celebration. Quite an accomplishment. These guys have been releasing things, I believe, was it something like 84 releases so far? Oh, Christopher Fonda in the house. Yes, yeah. I think I definitely away from some other Cheneys. Christopher Fonda, you're my favorite Fonda. Yes, yeah, for sure. Thank you for being here. Once again, Big Stir 5-year anniversary. So much good music. We're gonna have a few more videos to play, but first I want to talk about the Truck Stop Mixtape Top 10. Started doing this, and this has been a blast, and I'm just loving just checking out all the new music. And why not just tell you what the new Top 10 for the week of May 29th is gonna be? First off, we should probably refresh our memory. Let's see if I can find the old one first. What was last week's? Hold on a second. Let's find last week's first before I talk crap about this week. Yes, here we go. So last week's looked something like this. It is loading as I speak. Looks something like that. But this week, we have a new top 10. And I'm going to start off with number 10. And it's me, y'all. Blanco and Jug So Wrong. Number 10. Dropping, baby. But you know that happens. You go up and you go down. Number 9, a brand new one. Solitary Friends with Breathe Deep. Man, I can't wait to show you the video for this. This is such a great song and video. Number 8, my brothers, Thaddeus Black, Red and Blue. Once again, check these guys out online. The single of this features Corey from Living Color. So Corey Glover, man. Great song, great hook. Number 7 is a brand new one too by Holland Greco. Yes, Holland Greco. If any early 2000 heads know her from the Peak Show, but she's been making music nonstop, and this is her latest single, SEXY. Should have a video for that tune soon. Number 6, Woes with Flesh and Bone. Yes, love that one too. Number 5 is Walker Brigade. Big Stir recording artist Walker Brigade. We played that at the top of the show. Great video. Number 4 is Clockwise When Will I with Angela Luna and Lawrence White, dropping one. And number 3, moving up like a speeding train, like a bullet. Andrea Gillis would Leave the Light On. Love the song. Number 2, 9 Mile Station, California. These guys just had their album release party last night at the Whiskey A Go-Go, and it was a complete success. Check out their album, something Road, I think it's called. I don't have that information in front of me, man. I can't do everything. Number 1 this week is David Brookings with Hard Times. Hard Times. Yes, Mr. Brookings and his Average Lookings are playing out again. Had a show this past weekend. Look out for them, but that's the new top 10, y'all. Here it is. Once again, David Brookings, Hard Times, 9 Mile Station, California. Andrea Gillis, Leave the Line On. Clockwise, When Will I? Walker Brigade, Choker. Wolves, Flesh and Bone, Holland Greco, SEXY. Thaddeus Black, Red and Blue, Solitary Friends. Breathe Deep, Blanco and Junk, So Wrong. I'm loving this. Please support independent music. If you can remember any of these names, add them to your playlists, add them to your shows, add them to whatever you do. Let's promote independent music just like Big Stir Records do all the time. Here's some more Big Stir stuff on Truck Stop Mixtape.
Sturbridge England's Amoeba Twin. This is the second record we put out. It is self-titled, very, very self-consciously, because after the pandemic, they really wanted to make a live band sounding record. The sound of the 4 of them playing together in the studio. And this happens a lot But
Actually, where's therapy?
This is one of the bands that's kicking around together in England right now.
So this band, Plastic Soul, heard this band, and it's been on repeat in this band's car for like the last month.
And it is very much in the right now. They're in England together, sharing stages and things like that. So we love that. But it definitely one of these records where we knew they were going to turn in a terrific record, but we were still sort of. I remember calling you or texting you and just saying, "Yeah, this is a next level thing."
Yeah,
and then you immediately
dove in and thought the same. Just fell in love, and it was on repeat here too.
So can't say enough great things about this record. Really excited, and we're hoping to have them come over and play in the U.S. As soon as we can possibly arrange that.
Absolutely.
One of the records that sort of like got us on the path of thinking, hey, we're kind of going down a glam road here.
Yeah.
It's very Brit pop in a lot of senses, but there are these just touches of glam that have been on a couple of records this year that we sort of are like, we're really happy to lean into that.
We're on a getaway, drive to the ocean. We'll give it all away like refugees. Won't you place your hand in mine? Forget about what our friends might try. I don't wanna lose myself in you. I don't wanna share it all with you. For adventures in the new material world. Whatever walls they build, we'll knock them down. Whatever words they use, we'll say it proud. Though this may be our last day on this earth, I love your silhouette for all it's worth. Adventure in the new material world. We're 100 million miles from the sun. With 7 billion souls into one. You're the one. You're the one. You're the one. In the new
Ooh.
There we go.
Out next week?
Out next Friday.
Next
yeah.
Friday.
Or probably this Friday at
This-
the time this
Yes,
airs.
this Friday.
Right.
It's the 27th of May. And again, we are one of the bands that was, frequently on the early Big Stir shows, consistently on the Big Stir shows, live shows.
So great live. So much energy, so much charisma, so much passion. Yeah.
And talking about the ways that sort of we move in different ways from that central guitar pop template. We just speaking about Spygenius, who go in sort of a psychedelic and jangly college rock sort of direction. This is Walker Brigade walks straight up to the whole post-punk concept.
Yeah.
It's hard not to think of X,
Right.
although
Jeff doesn't like that.
I know. I find this really funny is that Jeff Schroe of the band says, well, you can say that we sound like X, but the thing is that X sounds great, but everyone that sounds like X actually sounds terrible, so we don't want to hear this.
No, he was saying that people say that it sounds like X when they hear some band that's trying to sound like X. And he says they say that because they think it's bad. And but it's not true.
No,
it's so great.
We spoke to us immediately because they do also work with that male female harmony front line just like we do, but definitely taking it in a completely different direction. And again, we love the fact that there's these great original tunes that kind of tap into that, but there's also covers of the Only Ones and Wire and the Soft Boys and just. And it all sounds really great
and
together.
Mel Brooks,
and of course,
I'm
Mel Brooks
tired
too,
from
yeah.
Blazing Saddles.
So we're really excited. I mean, sometimes the stars just align where a band that's been kind of in our orbit for a while is ready to do something, and we've spent enough time. We take on board like the artists completely, their presence a lot of times at live gigs, and sort of that we think that tells, we start to feel like we kind of understand it. So when it's time to sell it or write about it, we're like, I think we know how we're going to do this. And yeah, we love these guys.
We
and
do.
It's a real
Great
joy
too.
to finally be putting out they've been part of the single series.
And they were with us from the get-go in the live series. So yeah, we're just thrilled. I love this thing.
Here I stand, the goddess of desire, set men on fire. I have this power. Morning, noon, and night, it's drink and dancing, some quick romancing, and then a shower. Stage door Johnnies always surround me. They always hound me with one request. Who can satisfy their lustful habits? I'm not a rabbit. I need some rest. I'm tired, sick and tired of love. I've had my fill of love from below and above. Tired of being admired. Tired of love uninspired. Let's face it, I'm tired. I've been with thousands of men again and again. They sing the same tune. They start with Byron and Shelley and jump on your belly and bust your balloons right, girls? I'm tired of playing the game, hated of breaking shame. I'm so tired. I'm tired, sick and tired of waist is kaput.
that wasted place.
and the salt on her lips and the banded trees. Banded trees. But now the only thing I really crave is change. The only thing I ever really crave is change. So turn to the ocean and take me hurriedly back to the barren head to stand in the wind. Stand in the wind. Stand in the
Spygenius, another example of the really cool and interesting music that's coming out of Big Stir Records, celebrating their 5-year anniversary. Real quick, if you are an independent artist and you have a music video, a lyric video, a performance video, a tape of yourself from back in the day, or something new that you just shot on your iPhone, share it with me. I'll play it. I love supporting new music and I love supporting independent artists here at Truck Stop Mixtape. Just send me your videos. You can connect via email at info@truckstopmixtape, or just like us on Facebook, Instagram, and whatever you do, maybe YouTube. You can subscribe to our YouTube page as well. If you go to truckstopmixtape.com, it's all there. Okay, and also events. If you're playing out anywhere in the world, even if you have a show on Mars, and if it's happening this week or the coming weeks, let me know. Send me a flyer, and I'll mention it, because this is what we do. All right? Like, for example, this weekend at Nabu Wine's One Hit Wonders, 1980s. A bunch of really cool artists performing 80s songs, but the one-hit wonders. And we're really, really, really specific one-hit wonders. I mean, people, you can't say like Take On Me by Aha is a one-hit wonder. Fight Me, because they had other singles that were popular. The Sun Only Shines on TV, Always Shines on TV was also a big hit in the U.S., but we don't remember it. We remember Take On Me, But for real, one-hit wonders of the 80s, May 29th, Nabu Wines in Westlake Village, nabuwines.com for reservations. And this is it for me, y'all. I'm leaning hard over here. It's Truck Stop Mixtape. Thank you, Rex and Christina of Big Stir Records, for hanging out with me. Again, celebrating the amazing music. Wish you the best in 50, 60 more years of music. Keep it going, because we need you. And just a final message, y'all. Just, I hate getting political, but I don't want, it's a personal thing, really. It's a personal thing. It's just that, because I'm not against whatever. I'm not against the Second Amendment or anything like that. I am not. I truly am not. But I am, I am against anyone just getting a gun. You know what I mean? It should be harder for people to get a gun than to do other things. You know what I mean? You should an 18-year-old shouldn't be able to get a gun easier than they can get a beer. Just that. Just fucking that. All right? I don't want to get into it. Because I love you. It's just common sense, y'all. It's not about sides politically. It's about common sense, you know? Keep your fucking guns, but let's get some stricter laws in place. Jesus Christ. All right. I don't want to be in a bad mood because this music just put me in the best mood. I want to end today by saying I love you. Take care of your people. Take care of everyone around you and be generous, even to strangers, because you don't know what the fuck they're going through. Sorry for the language, y'all. See what happens when I get angry? It's me, Gio. Next week, next Wednesday at noon, it's going to be new music. So we'll be featuring some of the artists that popped up on the top 10. We'll have a brand new top 10 and hopefully some fun stuff, some fun surprises. So thank you for tuning in. Truckstopmixtape.com for anything. Sign up, subscribe, like, do the things, and I'll see you soon. Be strong. Be strong. We need you strong. Let me say goodbye. Ooh, got a lot of comments here. Christopher Fonda, thank you, brother. Thank you always for tuning in. Thank you, Bigster, Rex, and Christina. You guys are the best. Seriously, thank you. No, you're the best. You're the best. All right. I got a little surprise for you. Here's a song that cracked the top 10 this week. As I put that up. Number 9. My friends Michelle and Nick and Company and Solitary Friends with their brand new single, Breathe Deep. Goodbye, y'all. Be good. Love ya.
Thanks for going, Petro. Did you see something? Say something.